Hey everyone, today we're here checking out this culvert pipe to see if it has a clog this year. There are active beavers that do live at this pond, and there's 3 culvert pipes. And no, there's 4 at this location actually. That right there is primary flow. You got the next one and the next and the next, allowing for a ton of water. The way the system is supposed to work is this one right here has this structure to be more beaver proof. And if the beavers clog that up, it's allowed to go up to these. All 4 are only supposed to run together during a massive storm. Now, let's say the water's a little bit high. Beavers dam all these ones. Hopefully, there's not too much water and it'll pour in the top of that one. And that's where the clog would possibly be, inside this structure. There is a trail. A lot of people do come out here to check on it. Probably fishermen fishing off it, actually. See how it's shiny right there? A lot of people come to walk out here. A lot of bullet holes, too. There's birdshot. Let's see. It looks like the beavers plugged a bunch of sticks because there's like barely any room for water to come up through the bottom. We got to see what's making that noise. There might be a dam in here. If there's no dam, it's probably the sound of the water discharging that's echoing through the pipe. There might not be any problem at all. Now you can tell there's no plants growing here. It's not overgrown. Occasionally these things do flow. I've only been out here one time in the past and these things were trickling a tiny bit, but based on, look at that, how much is worn off the bottom, rocks blasting through it. They flow, definitely. There's somebody's flip-flop. Oh yes, there is a beaver dam in here. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go gear up a little bit and we're gonna go in there with the rake. That looks really easy. We're just gonna rake it out and allow it to pass through. Alright, so first thing I gotta do is bug spray. There's gonna be a lot of mosquitoes and spiders in there that I don't want jumping all over me. Alright, we're all set to do this. Today's a very cool day for June. Today's high is only going to be 53. It's a bit chilly out. This morning was only 35. Very, very chilly, even this far north. Whoop! These rocks are slippery and all jagged. Alright, so we're gonna put camera number 2 here, and then I'm gonna have to go inside this really tight 3-foot pipe. Alrighty everybody, we're all set. Camera 2 is going. Here we got a big light with a magnet, and we're gonna bring our rake inside this tunnel with us. This is a very, very tight tunnel with lots of spider friends, which hopefully don't bite us. Figuring out the best way to arrange everything to go inside such a tight space. Whoa! Go out of here, spider. This is slippery, guys. Very slippery. I'm gonna get my boots wet. I am crouching so much. Look back at me. I'm crouched so much. Ah, I just went to a spider web. Ah, there's a black widow here. A couple of them. Oh, this headlamp is doing this stupid mode where you wave in front of it and it turns on and off. I don't know how to disable it. Oh, another spider web. I just don't want them in my hair. I just don't want them biting me. It's stinging it. I don't get this light's deal. See how it just randomly turns on and off? Alright, maybe I won't do it again. Here we are, back forward. Let's just get this done so I can get out of here. There's more black widows. Big spider web, I gotta get out of here. This is not a comfortable job. I'm flipping you guys around. These spiders are going nuts. Just want them to leave me alone, these spiders. They don't like me in here, I can tell. Oh man, we can't do this. They're literally trying to get down on me. So I gotta get out of here. Literally, I'm standing there and they're lowering themselves onto me. Damn it. Now I gotta check myself. I don't know if they're attracted to the light or what. As soon as I put the camera up and connected it with the ceiling, suddenly they started rushing down on it. What do they think? The camera's food? I don't get it. I have no idea if we can do anything from the other side, but that's gonna be my try. Camera 2 is gonna sit here for the time being while we go back across the street. If it wasn't for those spiders, we'd probably have this open now. Not looking to get a flesh-eating bacteria. If I can't practically do it from this side, then that's it. And this is aluminum. I can't even stick my magnet on this part. All right, there's a lot of spiders right in here. Get them all off. Come on, guys, get off. Okay, that's not very deep. Should have had the big high boots on. Definitely should have. Thinking about this. How am I gonna get this done? Because if I can get in there with big high boots, can I reach it from this pit? I believe I can. Yes, I do believe I can. But practically how? I know it's doable. I'm deeming this one too much of a safety risk. Because right now I'm thinking I can stand my tripod up there very steeply against the backside. Then I can get down inside there with my big high boots because the water's not too deep. But now I'm thinking while I'm in there, now this is very unlikely. It's like a 1 out of 100% chance an angry beaver could come up from inside there and bite me. They're usually afraid of people, but not always. So we're gonna have to call it quits on this one. It's not causing a hazard. This would have been just preventative maintenance. So when times like this happen, that means time to call it into the DOT. This may look like a logging road to a lot of you, but it is not. This is a state-maintained recreation road that leads to various campgrounds. That's literally the first time in a culvert that spiders didn't move out of my way. They actually tried to come down, some of them. Now, I don't know if that's because they were blinded by the light and couldn't see what I was. I imagine it's because I was going through their webs making vibrations, which alerts them there's an insect and they come over and attack. So as far as I know, none of them bit me. Most of those were cave spiders. There was a few black widows thrown in the bunch. There always is. And people who always leave in the comments, there's no black widows in Maine. They don't exist that far north. Well, actually, yes, there is. But they're not the southern black widow you're probably thinking of. There's western black widows, there's northern black widows, and southern black widows. The southern ones being the most dangerous. The ones up here can still put you in the hospital, but the ones up here are unlikely to kill you. Like the ones in the south may, if you don't get medical help. Anyways, the only time I've ever seen it before was years ago exploring an abandoned train in the woods. I had big lights, and big lights blind animals. The spider probably couldn't see what I was, so when I poked its web with a stick, it came over ready to, no, it was my finger. It came over ready to attack. Then on camera, second time, I got the first one on camera. Second time I poked it with a stick to try to show it, but no, it learned that I wasn't a bug. It didn't come over for the stick, just tried to come over for my finger. So then I tried again with my finger, it wouldn't come over. Because it didn't know at first, it was blinded by my light. Just like when you go out searching for frogs at night. Frogs in the daytime will avoid you at all costs. When they hear you coming, they'll jump in the water and swim away. At night, lights blind them. They can't see what you are, so you can approach them and pick them up. It just stuns them. But look at this. That's kind of creepy. That's that flip-flop that was down there. That's really creepy. Another reason those spiders may have been coming down is they may have been trying to rebuild their webs that I was walking through, like, immediately. I've been in culverts before, and right behind the webs I just walked through or knocked down, I can already see spiders dropping themselves, walking across, building new webs, like, immediately. I'll walk through it, 5 minutes later, they'll have the web rebuilt. They're very quick, certain spiders. They may have been just trying to do it right in front of me. Maybe that's why they were trying to walk down onto me, walk down onto my tripod, probably trying to build off of it. Well, that's all right. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great day. Right here we have a couple parking spaces for a hiking trail, but what caught my attention is this really nice old iron culvert. It's very old. This is back when they really took pride in making culverts. This thing is much older than any corrugated metal one you'll find out there anywhere, but yet it's still in service today. These things were totally awesome. People took pride pounding every hot rivet in one by one. And to show for it, it's still here today. Now, the end right here is all washed out. I don't believe it's rotted through. These things are very resilient and they'll last over a century. I believe that's from the riverbed slamming into the edge. Slowly digging under it, because you can see the stream is quite small. It's like almost dried up this time of year. So we're gonna find our way down inside this thing. Somehow. We will somehow. Here we go. Alright, that's a first on a culvert like this, seeing this in this situation. I've never seen one torn open. I've seen them disfigured a ton, but I've never seen one like this. So what I think happened here is, over the years, because it's built on a hill, the whole hill slowly slipped. The top of the culvert moved, but the bottom stayed where it is. As a result, it tore and broke every rivet right there on that side of the culvert and dragged that piece of metal back and around. It's a long time ago. Look at this big log in here. Got kind of a big blockage in here too. In my eyes, it would just cause more damage to remove the blockage. Or potentially not. By leaving the blockage, it may be going over this log, pounding down there, contributing. Like, what I mean is, it goes over this log when the water's high, down, and then it could go back up through that hole, causing all that erosion damage. If it was removed, it might be slamming into that full time, so there's negatives for both.